What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I think that Jonathan Kuminga is having regrets about re-signing with the Golden State Warriors. And I know, like last year, when during the off season, he was trying to find somewhere else to go. The team probably, Golden State Warriors was probably trying to find somebody to replace him, but neither one could do. That like Golden State Warriors couldn't find nobody who was worth replacing him. He couldn't find any teams that where as though he felt like he was a good fit, and so it was a situation where both parties had to kind of reach an agreement. Like they probably just told him, made some promises, say, look, we're going to do things to get you more incorporated into the offense, and they probably asked him too to try to play within our system a little bit more, right? So it was sort of like a meeting of the heads, but I think this right here is just a bad. It's a bad, it's a bad mix for both parties involved, right? And the reason why it is Jonathan Kuminga is a very good basketball player, but his skill set, because he's more of a slasher and he likes to go to the board, his skill set don't fit in with what the Golden State Warriors do. Um, and so that's why it's not a good fit. Now, it wouldn't hurt the Golden State Warriors as much if Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler was younger, right? And so the things that he bring to the table wouldn't hurt the team as much. Like if he go off script, it wouldn't hurt the team as much because you had so much more talent that can make up for his shortcomings. Just like with Andre Iguodala, right? Now Andre Iguodala was a better defensive player than Kuminga, but Andre Iguodala basically had the same skill set. Like in a half court set, Andre Iguodala is not as effective. He's more of an open court player and can flash to the lane because he's very athletic. And that's the same thing with Andre Iguodala, right? But with Andre Iguodala, it didn't hurt the Golden State Warriors as much because number one, like I said, he played defense, and then he was more of an opportunistic scorer because you had Steph Curry, you had Klay Thompson. Those guys took the bulk of the shot. So whenever Andre Iguodala got a basket in, that was just like cherry, like the cherry on the top. But now that you got Steph is older, you got Jimmy Butler there, he's older. So you need Kuminga to take more of that scoring load, which because in the half court set, he's not really going to be able to do that because he don't have like a mid range game. He don't have a low post game, so he's more of a slasher, and that's not really going to be all that effective in a half court game for what the Golden State Warriors want him, you know, to do. It's sort of like, again, using Andre Iguodala as an example. When Andre Iguodala first came to the league, he was with the Philadelphia 76ers, right? And this is when they had Allen Iverson. This is just before the Sixers got rid of Allen Iverson. And they were going to the organization was going to try to phase into making Iguodala like the face of their, of the organization and phase Allen Iverson out. But it didn't work. Like they did move Allen Iverson. He went to the Denver Nuggets, and Andre Iguodala was still there for a few years after that. But it didn't work because his skill set, Andre Iguodala's skill set is he's not a half court basketball player, and he don't have a mid range or low post game where as though he can get in the half court and be effective. He need to be on a run. He need to be filling the lanes and be on with a team that can just get out there. Those are where his baskets come at, and that's the same thing for for Jonathan Kuminga. He's not as effective in the half court consistently as they would need him to be, especially with these older ball players that they got, right? And so um now the thing is I hope that they, Draymond Green said some things about players stepping up, right? But he can only do but so much because that's his skill set. So I hope that Golden State don't try to make this guy into a scapegoat for them not going. I think their basic problem is they just too old. You got Steph. I think Steph is like 37, 38. Jimmy Butler is around the same age. Draymond Green is old. As a matter of fact, man, let me see what they played a game last night, man, against who was the team? The Spurs, man. This was a good game. Golden State played the Spurs, and I'm gonna play this clip right here from that game. Golden State and the Spurs.
It's the greatness of Steph Curry right in front of you.
Castle. Wembanyama over Green, off balance and off the rim. And out of bounds.
Look at Draymond just going talking stuff to him.
It's off of Golden State.
Feels like the Warriors have not been in great defensive rebound position as Draymond's starting to get in it with Victor. And the mind games begin.
Former Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All-NBA defensive.
It's in the rim. Got him.
Walks the rim, fouled on the play.
Got him.
Words after it.
That's what you want to see from your big man too, right? You don't want him to be intimidated by Draymond Green, and this is the way people going to have to play Victor anyway, because he's so dominant. I make videos like last week. I made a couple videos talk about like those power forwards. You're gonna have to bring power forwards back and have them like constantly lean on him throughout the game, man. And real centers. Right now, I mean, this league, in my opinion, is going to be his for the taking, because I don't see nobody in the league that's going to be able to stop him from doing what he just did to Draymond. I mean, because the height disparity is just too much. The height and the athleticism.
What a response from Victor. Obviously, Draymond getting into it, and the contention here, Kevin, would be, when did the referees blow this? Because if they
then look at that. Look, also, you even had Jimmy Butler try to come over the top and help, right? And back in the Draymond back in the day, he is not as big as like Lonzo Mourning. He's not as big as Kevin Willis. He's not as big as Charles Oakley. He's not as like the power forwards in the past were all bigger than him, right? I think I'm looking at this. It even, in my opinion, it even looked like Jimmy Butler is about his size. You know what I mean? So you need somebody. You need some grown men in there to go up against.
They blew it before the ball was inbounded. The shot should not count. And then big brother, little brother yelling at
even if he, like, when you look at
each other.
Harrison Barnes was coming into the picture, right? Harrison Barnes Harrison Barnes by no means is considered a power forward, and he's close to the same size as Draymond Green, right? So
the bench erupts, but Steve Kerr contending as they still get after it. Is this a good basket? Oh, you gotta love that. Wemby not afraid to give it back to one of the best talkers in the game.
Yeah, man, you want your big man Wembanyama to answer the call like that, right? Because he can't allow Draymond or anybody to push him around, especially when he had the size advantage. He got youth on his side. He got athleticism, and he did to Draymond exactly what he was supposed to do. And throughout this whole exchange, I don't see no parts of Jonathan Kuminga. But yeah, man, this kid right here, Wemby, he's gonna change the league. He definitely gonna change the league. You can't defend him with an undersized power forward. And that's what Draymond is. He's an undersized power forward. Back in the day, like I said, he's not as big as Terry Cummings all those guys who was like 6'10" and man, back in those days, 6'10", 6'11", those guys was big, strong, and athletic, man. You know, you need somebody. Wembanyama just, as a matter of fact, I want to watch that again, because even when you go back to the post up, right? Yeah, all right. So when you look at him posting up, like the old school power forwards, like right here where Wemby is, you see the position where Wemby is, and he got Draymond. Draymond got him on his back. They would have been he was able to, in this situation, I think Draymond was able to hold him off, right, and get him out of there, out of that lane.
Kessler. Wembanyama. Over Green, off challenge, and off the rim. It's off of Golden State.
Feels like the Warriors have not been in great defensive rebound position as Draymond's starting to get in it with Victor.
And Draymond, look at Draymond.
And the mind games
too low
begin.
In the paint anyway. He's too low.
Former defensive player of the year, 9-time NBA defensive. It's into Wembanyama.
Yeah, Draymond had poor position on that.
Rocks the rim.
Draymond had poor position on that. He allowed this kid to get too low in it. He's 7 feet tall. He's 7'5". So, yeah, but Wemby is definitely going to change the league, man. He's going to change the league. But that's all I have for this video, man. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a message or comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.